Chiefs Kingdom, buckle up, because we've got a blockbuster video for you today. Kansas City is in the spotlight again with intriguing news about two potential wide receiver targets, Hollywood Brown from the Arizona Cardinals and Tyquan Thornton from the New England Patriots. Both of these players bring something unique to the table, but is either the missing piece the Chiefs need to solidify their status as Super Bowl favorites. In this video, we'll break down the injury updates, trade rumors, potential fits, and how these moves could impact the Chiefs' offense for the rest of the season and beyond. Let's get into it. Let's kick things off with Marquise Hollywood Brown. Now, when you hear the name Hollywood, you probably think speed, highlight reel plays, and game-breaking potential, and you'd be absolutely right. But Hollywood's career has also been defined by injuries, and that's the sticking point here. Since entering the league in 2019, Brown has dealt with a variety of setbacks: foot surgery before his rookie year, an ankle sprain in 2020, and now a nagging hamstring issue that's kept him from being 100% this season. Hamstring injuries, as any athlete will tell you, are tough. They can feel fine one day and flare up the next. It's the kind of injury that can derail a season if not managed carefully. But when he's healthy, Hollywood Brown is a legitimate threat. This season, he still managed to post over 700 yards and 5 touchdowns, even on an inconsistent Cardinals offense. That's a testament to his talent and resilience. Now, here's the interesting part. The Cardinals might be open to moving him. Arizona is in rebuilding mode, and with Kyler Murray just returning from injury, they're evaluating their roster for the future. Trading Brown could free up cap space and net them valuable draft capital. For the Chiefs, this is where things get exciting. Kansas City's offense has been missing that true vertical threat this season, while players like Rashee Rice and Skyy Moore have stepped up in moments defenses aren't being forced to respect the deep ball like they used to when Tyreek Hill was here. Adding Hollywood Brown to the mix would instantly change that dynamic. So why would the Chiefs take a gamble on Hollywood Brown? The answer is simple: speed and separation. Brown's ability to take the top off defenses creates opportunities all over the field. Let's break it down. On this play, you see how Brown completely blows by the cornerback. His acceleration off the line of scrimmage is elite, and once he hits his top gear, it's almost impossible to catch him. For a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, who thrives on extending plays and finding receivers downfield, Brown could be the ultimate weapon. But it's not just about the deep ball. Hollywood's route running is underrated. He's quick in and out of his breaks, which makes him a nightmare to cover on slant routes and short crossers. Pair that with Travis Kelce's dominance in the middle of the field, and suddenly opposing defenses have a lot more to worry about. Before we get too carried away, let's take stock of what the Chiefs currently have at wide receiver. This group has been a mixed bag. On one hand, Rashee Rice has shown flashes of brilliance as a rookie. He's been reliable in clutch moments and looks like he could be a long-term asset for this team. Then you've got Skyy Moore and Kadarius Toney, two players who've been inconsistent but have the talent to break out at any moment. The problem is, none of these guys have established themselves as true WR1s. And let's face it, Chiefs fans, Travis Kelce can't carry the entire passing game forever, especially with defenses keying in on him week after week. This is why adding a proven playmaker like Hollywood Brown or a potential breakout player like Tyquan Thornton could make all the difference. But speaking of Thornton, let's dive into why the Chiefs might consider targeting him. Chiefs Kingdom, meet Tyquan Thornton, a name you might not be super familiar with, but trust me, he's worth talking about. Thornton was drafted by the Patriots in the second round of the 2022 NFL Draft, and he came into the league with one of the fastest 40-yard dash times in recent memory, 4.28 seconds. Thornton is all about speed. He's one of those players who can completely change the complexion of a game with a single play. Unfortunately, his time in New England hasn't been smooth sailing. Injuries have limited his availability, and let's be honest, the Patriots' offense hasn't exactly been a breeding ground for receiver success lately. But here's the thing. Thornton's skill set fits perfectly in Kansas City. With Mahomes' ability to throw on the run and launch deep passes, Thornton could become a lethal weapon in this offense. And at 6'2", he brings a size element that Hollywood Brown doesn't imagine the mismatches Andy Reid could scheme up with a player like Thornton. Now, let's talk about the obstacles first. There's the matter of cost for Hollywood Brown. The Cardinals will likely demand a high price, probably a second-round pick, or better. That's a hefty price tag, especially considering his injury history. Tyquan Thornton, on the other hand, could be much cheaper. The Patriots might be willing to move him for a mid to late round pick, given his limited production so far. The challenge here is betting on his potential. While his ceiling is high, there's no guarantee he'll reach it in Kansas City. Brett Veach, the Chiefs' GM, has a history of making bold moves, but he also knows how to strike a balance between short-term needs and long-term planning. Whether it's Thornton or Brown, Veach will need to evaluate how these moves fit into the bigger picture. So, let's play out a couple of scenarios. If the Chiefs land Hollywood Brown, you're looking at an offense that can stretch the field like never before. Imagine Mahomes hitting Brown on a 60-yard bomb to open a game. Defenses would have to respect the deep ball, which would open up space for the underneath routes and the running game. On the flip side, if they go for Tyquan Thornton, you're betting on potential. Thornton might not make an immediate impact, but with the right coaching and development, he could become a cornerstone of this offense for years to come. It's a risk, but one that could pay off big time. And what if the Chiefs don't make a move well? They'll need their current receivers to step up in a major way. That means Reese continuing to develop more, finding consistency, and Toney staying healthy. It's a tall order, but not impossible with Mahomes under center. All right, Chiefs fans, this is where you come in. Who do you think is the better fit, Hollywood Brown with his proven track record or Tyquan Thornton with his untapped potential? Or do you think the Chiefs should stick with what they have and focus on developing their young guys? Let me know in the comments below. If you like our videos, please like, subscribe, and share.